All right, hello everyone. We are here for day 4 of the investing challenge. I just want to say I am so proud of you for making it this far. And I really can't believe we only have one day left, and tomorrow is going to be the best. I know that you have such busy lives and you have so many other things and places that you could be right now, but I want to say that I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend it with me. And I truly hope that these 5 days together are transformative for your future, because I believe and I hope that you can now see that investing is the way that you are going to get rich. It's the way that you're going to be able to build a life of financial freedom that you want. So the theme of today is what to invest in. I'm going to show you what to invest in, and I'm going to show you how to invest $10 in under 10 minutes. And you can see I'm talking a little fast because I want to make sure that I keep this under 10 minutes so that it doesn't ruin my cute little title that I have for this lesson. But knowing me, I'm going to get super excited and passionate and end up going over time. Now, why am I so passionate about this? So the reason is really because this is something that I wish someone would have done for me when I was in my early 20s and had no idea about investing. Sometimes it's really nice to hear these concepts and the principles of investing, but what you actually need is for someone to say, hey, look, I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to show you step by step how to invest your first $10. And for you, whether this is actually your first $10 that you've ever invested, or it's a refresher course or a confidence booster, I just want to say that I'm so proud of you, because by the end of today, you are going to be able to say that I am an investor. I have invested $10. And trust me when I say that investing can seem really, really scary, but when you have someone like me holding your hand and showing you step by step how to do it, it gets a little less scary. And the ultimate goal is by the end of today, we are all going to be able to call ourselves investor. I am an investor, you are an investor, and I am just so excited about this. Now, before we get into where I show you how to invest $10 in under 10 minutes, we first need to answer the big question of the day. What should I invest in? And one of the key things that most people getting started don't realize is that there is a big difference between gambling and being an investor. So a lot of times on social media, you see these people with these flashy Lambos talking about how they've invested in this stock and they've made 4 times their money in 30 days. That is gambling. And I am sure what they're not showing you is the other side of the equation, where they've invested and made bad choices by investing in stocks that went down 90%. So if you're putting all of your money into just individual stocks, that's essentially gambling, because you don't really know. Some of these companies could become like the next Amazon or Apple, but some could go to zero or close to zero. And that's quite risky to do. And I'm a lawyer, which means I don't like risk. So what I like and want to stress is the importance of this concept called diversification. You don't want to, when you're investing, put all of your eggs in one basket. If you have $1,000 to invest, you don't want to put it all into one company and just hope that that company does well. What you want to do is to invest in a whole bunch of different companies. So let's bring it back even a few steps more. So when we're talking about investing, you have choices on what you can invest in. And perhaps the easiest one to understand is investing in individual stocks. That's like investing in a single company like Apple or Amazon or Google or Tesla. But then there's also another option. You can invest in a basket of stocks. All these baskets contain little bits of different companies. So something you've heard me mention a few times is the S&P 500. That's an example of an index fund. Essentially, it's 500 of the largest companies in the US. And so to explain this, if you put $100 into Apple, you know that all $100 is going into the Apple stock. And if the Apple stock does great, good, that's fantastic for you. If it does poorly, then that's kind of a bad day. That's bad news for you. But if you put $100 into an S&P 500 index fund, what you are getting with that $100 is little tiny pieces of 500 of the largest companies in the US. So that means if one company has a really, really bad year, it's probably not going to affect you too much because there are 499 other companies in that basket that are hopefully doing well on average. And that diversification is so important because when you hear people talking about, oh my gosh, I lost 80% of my money investing, they're not investing in diversified index funds. They're investing probably in single companies. And that's the risk that you take when you invest in these single companies. But I know like everyone thinks, oh, I can outperform the stock market. If I can pick my single stocks, I'll be better than the market. The S&P 500 on average grows about 10.26% per year. But then there are always going to be people who say, oh, I can do better than that. I can do better than 10.26%. But there's a really funny story of Warren Buffett, who is this billionaire investor, one of the greatest investors of our time. And he did a bet with a few hedge fund managers where he said, look, I'll give you $1 million if you can consistently outperform, aka do better than the S&P 500. So Warren Buffett said, I'm going to invest in a basic low-cost S&P 500 index fund. And you, hedge fund manager, you're going to try to outperform the S&P 500, make more money than I could make with the S&P 500. And if you win, I'll give you $1 million. And guess what? I'm pretty sure you know how this story ends. Warren Buffett won the bet with his low-cost S&P 500 index fund. In other words, by investing in his low-cost S&P 500 index fund, he was able to do better than the hedge fund managers, whose entire career is dedicated to trying to outperform the market, and they failed. Therefore, they did not win the $1 million. And the worst part, by the way, is that these hedge fund managers charge a crazy fee. They charge a lot of money, and here they are not even outperforming the market. So I probably sound like a broken record when I say this, but when people say, what do I invest in? I really don't think it's that complicated. I think the key is to be diversified. That is our magic word for today. And again, think about how on average, the S&P 500 over the last 50, 60 years has increased about 10.26% every single year. So you know that if you put your money in an index fund, like an S&P 500 index fund, you're going to be diversified and you're going to be able to
No le
predictably...
bajo el volumen, pero tampoco oímos, ¿comprendes? Nati, ¿a qué horas nos ponemos? A ver, tienes permiso para irte siempre y cuando me detalles todo lo que necesitas para tus pruebas, para toda la semana, si necesitas hacer proyectos. Sí, te estoy escuchando. No, ¿no me escuchas bien? Apropiadamente estoy no. Para que tú estés clara de lo que te voy a pedir para salir. ¿Me miras, por favor? Gracias. A ver. Totalmente claro qué necesitas. O sea, si necesitas materiales, para el proyecto X y Z, me haces una lista. Y segundo, que tengas todo para el día lunes. Todo. Que no te falte el cuaderno, me he olvidado esto, no vi el classroom, no vi nada. Todo listo para lo del día lunes. Si no, no tienes salida. ¿Estamos claros? Ya, chévere. Qué bueno anotar eso para no olvidar. Como tengo la memoria tan frágil.
Ma, ¿me pasas un poco de algodón, por favor? No me acuerdo. Gracias. Y si tienes corta uñas también, por a la mano.
Ya no. Ya nada. Sí. Gracias, mamá. Yo creo que en unos 2 meses no me voy a poner nada en las uñas a partir de ahorita.
Sí, te puedes poner aceite de oliva, que
Bueno,
eso fortalece. Aquí en las raíces.
sí, porque ya no me dura ningún manicure porque están muy débiles.
¿Esto qué te parece?
Lindo.
¿Útil o no?
No me gusta. Para...
Voy a empezar a despachar lo que tenemos además.
Ya rompí. Ya rompiste. Ya rompiste. No. Oye, qué bestia. ¿Kika?
¡Qué jodona!
Sí. Creo que es por mi esmalte. Tu esmalte, ¿verdad?
¿Qué cosa?
Te estás luciendo.
No lo creo.
Igual me disculpo.
No, no, no. Sí está fuertecito, pero estamos abiertos a la ventilación. Yo les quería llamar a estos soquetines que dicen extracto de pasiflora y valeriana y en ninguna parte aparece que está la pasiflora. O sea, aquí dice
Alexa,
extracto de valeriana.
¿cuál es la diferencia entre valeriana y
Yo sí sé cuál es
pasiflora?
La principal diferencia entre valencia y valencia es que la valencia se refiere a la capacidad de un átomo para combinarse con otro átomo, mientras que la valencia se refiere al número máximo de electrones que un átomo puede perder o ganar para estabilizar.
Bueno, ya aprendimos algo nuevo.
Sí, ni aprendí porque no lo puse atención.
Muy mal.
Pero era importante. No dio lo que necesitaba. ¿Para la lavandería no? Dos.
Oye, me quedé loca el otro día. ¿Sabes cuántos seguidores tiene la pasita en TikTok? La pasita. Adivina.
Sabiendo con las locuras de la gente, cosa, capaz unos 1000.
No, no publica nada. Por eso me sorprendí. No tiene 1000.
Entonces,
Tiene 22.000. Casi 23.000. Yo dije, oh my god.
¿cómo así?
No sé.
Tal vez a ti no te incluyen, pero sí debe de.
Es que lógicamente me sorprende. Que yo le sigo.
Tal vez no te incluyen, pero es de hacer.
Ma, en TikTok no puedes hacer eso.
Ah, no. Estás loca, ¿no? ¿Y por qué le sigues?
No sé.
O sea, si te pones a pensar, a razonar porque dices, ¿por qué le siguen? Ya no hace nada, está ahí. Existe una planta, ya, le sigue
Tal
la planta.
vez antes publicaba videos, pero borró con el tiempo.
Cada loco con su tema. Cada loco con su tema. Imagínate, ¿quién no va a estar siguiendo una planta?
Eso cuento que...
Los que habrá publicado antes.
Pero no necesariamente tiene que estar algo loco. Porque cuentas que suben cualquier tontera pueden llegar a tener esa posibilidad.
Por eso te digo.
Qué sé yo, videos de chismes, de slime.
Como que no supiera.
Pues
O sea,
parece.
claro, que era ya haya borrado es otra cosa. Oye, nena, ando perdida de 3 personas mías. Los voy a buscar en descargar, ¿dónde están?
Ok.
No hay lugar que voy a hacer, pues en tu área de ¿de dónde más va a estar? Si yo les tenía la bolsita de ilusiones de así. Bloom. Ve, verás que hay bastante chía, nena. Y esto es una libra, 3.50. Ahí en la subida del.
Bueno.
Ahora cuesta $7, Natalia. Así dice. O sea, donde sea ponen cualquier precio. Por eso uno tiene que ser un poquito investigador, buscador de. Encuentra lo que. Dale. Sí. No. A ver qué más me falta por aquí.
Si tú te infectas una parte que tiene un tatuaje en tu piel.
A ver si tú qué.
Si te infectas o te lastimas una parte que tiene tatuaje, pero ya de mucho tiempo, ¿influye algo el tatuaje?
¿Influye en qué? ¿En la infección? Claro. Te
Pero
da la
sí
infección por eso.
Años.
Verás, el tatuaje es tinta, aunque digan que es la tinta maravilla que no infecta, que no qué, es tinta, es un objeto extraño en tu piel. Entonces, el momento en que hay una infección, eso quiere decir que alguna cosa llegó a esa parte de la piel o eso llegó a alguna parte de tu piel que le dañó. ¿Sí?
Pero así ya lleva años.
Tu cuerpo cambia. O sea, a la semana puede haber como al año. O sea, no depende de cuánto tiempo pase, sino... ¡Hey! ¿Qué pasó? Ven.
That growth.
Sí.
Yes, like we talked about yesterday, there might be some times where it goes down, but if you zoom out on the whole,
Carajo,
over
¿cuánto
the
tiempo está
long
ahí todo
run, it's
parqueado
going to
ahí?
go up. If I were to summarize my
13
strategy of